At Science 37, we're reinventing the world of clinical trials really fast. We're scaling into new therapeutic areas, helping new patient populations, and embarking on new study designs with unique data. And we're geared up and ready, constantly transforming NORA to support our growth. We're optimizing performance and user experience the whole time. Because the reality is, NORA is always getting better and better. That's why we're super excited to share the big-time improvements we've been working on. Introducing NORA 2.0. It's a brand new platform with a revamped look and feel. And it's also got built-in technology to dramatically improve performance for its growing group of users, designers, and developers. The transition to NORA 2.0 takes off in spring 2018, and it'll impact NORA users like study teams, data managers, study monitors, sponsors, and patients. Our updates fall into 3 themes: user interface or UI, navigation, and form design. So let's go through these together, but keep in mind, this is only the beginning. You'll be seeing something new with every release. For starters, we've infused more of the Science 37 character into NORA. That means now you'll see more of our kind, useful, and awesome personality throughout all of our parts. And take a look at this. When you log in, NORA says hi or good morning and welcomes you. NORA 2.0's UI follows a totally different design system. So how does that affect you? It's all meant to be easier, and as you grow more familiar with one part of NORA, learning more about NORA will come naturally. And here's a heads up. The trial dashboard, patient profile, and patient calendar all got freshened up. Look at these cool charts and tables. Really useful for tracking the trial's progress. Now for the patient profile. The layout organizes the patient's information, visits, and form status so there's less clutter for the users. And, of course, we've always got patients top of mind. The patient portal is getting a facelift just like the web portal. Now, let's see how we find our way around NORA. We've cleaned up the navigation. You get what you need, when you need it, nothing more. Simple. We've reorganized the navigation buttons so that they're more user-friendly. And they look pretty good too, right? And here's another thing. The view buttons are gone. Now they're replaced with clickable rows. And instead of having a separate button to open a form, you can just click the row anywhere to pull up the file faster. And for searching and filtering, take a look at the new filters in the leads and patient list. They're cleaned up so you can select your own filters through a single consolidated drop-down list, instead of multiple filters across the top header. And for the last update, we'll show you the superstar improvements to the form designer. It's not just going to help the data manager create better forms, it's also going to help the user when they're completing the forms. Now let's take a peek at the sections within each form. Clearly and intuitively displayed, the form builders can add descriptions for groups of questions so that users can understand the purpose of each section in a more straightforward way. Here's an example. Section description headers are things like contact information or patient characteristics, and these separate sections help streamline the data collection process, instead of one long form without breaks. This is how the user can gain a better understanding of the data they're collecting, and they're also less likely to make mistakes. And check this out. Text and descriptions on forms can be underlined or bolded to get the user's attention. See? Made you look. This is really helpful for duplicating rating scales and other paper-based CRFs electronically. Another overhaul is the event matrix. No more entering text into small boxes. Arg! Remember those tiny rows? No more. Now, when you click on a field in the row, it expands to take up the whole page. Talk about easy documentation. We'll leave you with this last bit of awesome. The grid forms, we've built them so the title stays fixed when you're scrolling, so you know what column matches which row. None of that extra scrolling to track down the right field and input your data. So that's it for now. We're pumped up for you to start using NORA 2.0. But if you still can't let go of NORA 1.0, no worries, we won't hold it against you. All your data and documentation will continue to flow seamlessly into NORA. And this isn't the end of the revamps. You can count on us to keep bringing it, each time incorporating brand spanking new enhancements, because that's how NORA does it. Always getting better, and pursuing a non-stop quest to connect the world to the best scientists.